Hello friends, Tanya here with another video for Trinity Stamps, and this is going to be giving you a sneak peek of one of the stamp sets from the Sunnyside Up release that starts on March 20th. We are going to use the Slimline Bunnies stamp set. It is a super fun stamp set full of adorable bunnies, and it also has a couple of individual bunnies in the stamp set to use on your projects if you just want one bunny. So I've taken a piece of cardstock. This is heavyweight cardstock. I believe it's 110 pound white cardstock. And I am inking up the stamp with Versamark, not Versafine, Versamark ink. Any watermark or embossing ink will work. And I am going to press pretty hard on my Misty here. You don't have to press as hard as I do, but since you can't see where your images are very well with Versamark ink, I try to go on the safe side. I did stamp it twice, and I'm using white satin pearl embossing powder to stamp this background. This is one of my favorite techniques to do. I like to have a background that isn't just white, and this makes an interesting background without it being super busy. It's the perfect addition to a card many times. This is a really quick card, and it's going to be a mini slimline card. So you're going to see where I did not quite exactly ink up all of my image. We're going to be able to avoid that by selectively cutting it out using the Slimline Panels dies. I am going to also take I speak good English, the Atelier Ink on 3 ink, which works as a wonderful watercoloring paint. And I had put a drop of re-inker of each of the colors in this palette, which you can let dry and just reactivate with water. And I'm using the Marigold orange to paint some watercolor paper because I want that orange color for the background of the sentiment panel that I'm going to do. So I've painted this watercolor panel with that color, and I'm going to heat set that because I'm not very patient. You could let this air dry, but who has time for that? I clean up my work surface, and now I'm going to use my embossing buddy and the Misty and the stamp that says some bunny loves you. I'm stamping this twice with Versamark also, and I'll use some white embossing powder, not the white satin pearl, but a white embossing powder. The other one is more like the Versamark version of embossing powder, not quite clear, but a little pearly. And I'm going to heat set that quickly. I did try heat setting the sentiment first and then painting over the top and then heat setting it, and it did not turn out as well. I'm also using the Modern Embossed frame panels here, so it's the rectangle version, which works with A2 sized images, and I'm cutting out the sentiment. I love the finished edge that this creates, and I love that there's a variety of sizes. I believe that there is actually one size smaller than the one that I actually used on this one. I had colored this bunny with Copic markers before, and I adhered that to the card front. This is a 6 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch card base, and that panel is 3 by 6. I wanted a little bit of white showing around the edges. I am using the what is this? Cantaloupe, something Cantaloupe. That's the name of the halfback pearls there that I added to the side. I love the added detail that adds. The added detail that adds. The specialness that adds. I hope you enjoyed this card. I love a quick, easy, simple card. Maybe you do too. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please take a moment and do that now. And check the description box below for all of the supplies that were used in this project. Until next time, bye-bye.